he got him with a fastball. Swing and a miss. Swing and a miss. He got him with a curveball. And a strike 3 called. And the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. 95 on the outer edge. And Aaron Nola leads 2 here in the 8th inning. Not sure if it will live up to the matchup from last week, but you know that Whitey would be happy about this one tonight. It's the Nationals of the Phils. NBC Sports Philadelphia, home of the authentic fan, presents Aaron Nola against Max Scherzer. Yeah, the last time out, Aaron Nola picked up his 15th victory. Scherzer was trying for win number 17. Those are the leaders in the National League as far as the win totals go coming into play today. Now, the Phillies made some news earlier today when they acquired Jose Bautista from the New York Mets. He will be here tonight in uniform and will be available off the bench for the Phillies. Hi, everybody. I'm Tom McCarthy along with John Kruk. We'll talk about Jose Bautista and the addition of that bat during the telecast tonight, but we got to obviously talk about the pitching matchup. Scherzer against Nola. Hopefully it's as good as it was last week.
Yeah, forget the National League. These are two of the best pitchers in the game of baseball right now, and last week's game in Washington lived up to all the expectations. We know what Max Scherzer has: the overpowering fastball, the great changeup, the ability to strike guys out with every pitch in his repertoire, and that's what he did against the Phillies, only giving up the 2 hits in the 7 innings, but this was the hit. One of the 2 hits right there, a slider that backed up, stayed up and out over the plate. O'Dougall gets it and hits it out. He made one mistake in the game and paid for it. This man didn't make any. He was as good as advertised, as good as I've seen him all year. And I love the fact that later in the game, they had Bryce Harper up, and he challenged him up in the strike zone at 95. He had it reserve in the tank, but this breaking ball is what he makes his living on, Tom. And he got a lot of swings and misses in this game against Washington. It's going to be featured again tonight because they do struggle with that pitch. There's that 95 that struck out Bryce Harper to end an inning. Aaron Nola is one of the best pitchers in baseball. We know Scherzer has that lineage of being a great pitcher in baseball, but this is going to be another great matchup in this game tonight.
Yeah, look what they did last time out. 8 innings for Nola, 7 innings for Max Scherzer, 109 pitches for one, 102 for the other. And again, we hope it's the same tonight, and it's also the same with a Phillies victory. Tonight is game number 2 of this 3-game series. It'll be Nola against Scherzer. Look where they rank as far as the ERA goes. We'll have lineups at first pitch when we get back to Philadelphia. Phillies baseball is brought to you by Xfinity, the fastest internet in Philadelphia. By Toyota, the national clearance event is going on now. Toyota, let's go places. By Citizens Bank, official bank of the Phils. Visit citizensbank.com. And by Independence Blue Cross, live fearless. Learn more at ibx.com. Fearless Philly of the Week just continues to make his case for the National League Cy Young Award. Aaron has conquered lineup after lineup this season on his way to a 15-3 record. He took the mound Thursday and outpitched Max Scherzer for 8 dominant shutout innings, earning a much-needed win for the Phillies. Nola lowered his ERA to 2.13, the lowest for a Philly through his first 26 starts of a season since Chris Short's 1.92 ERA in 1964. And it's brought to you by Independence Blue Cross. Live fearless. Moments ago, Jose Bautista arrived from Chicago, where the Mets were playing. He got his bag and was ready to head into the clubhouse with his bats. Got a chance to meet Phillies clubhouse manager Phil Sheridan, who assigned his number for today. There's Jamison Hall. And Jamison handles the travel for the Phils. And then he went in to meet Gabe Kapler. Obviously, he's known Gabe for a few years, but got a chance to see him for the first time as a member of the Philadelphia Phillies. So we're number 12 tonight. There's Aaron Nola on the mound, getting set to face the Washington Nationals for a second consecutive game. Let's take a look at the Nats lineup, brought to you by Xfinity, the fastest internet in Philadelphia. Well, no changes for the Nats. See what Bryce Harper's done since the All-Star break. .339 with 7 home runs and 30 runs batted in. And they will face Aaron Nola.
5 weeks of fury is what Dave Martinez said they have to do to try to get back in this race. And one of the best going right now in the game of baseball, Aaron Nola. Look at the numbers, Tom. 15-3. 2.13 ERA, just great numbers across the board for Aaron Nola, and it seems like he's become that guy that if you have a little bit of a losing streak, he can stop it, and that's what they're going to ask of him tonight, even though it's only a 1-game losing streak, but they have to get back on the winning track tonight to keep up with the Braves.
And to that point, John, from a statistics standpoint, he's made 11 starts following a Phillies loss this year, and the Phillies, and he's 7-0 with a 1.48 ERA in those games.
It's okay.
That's pretty good.
I mean, if you don't like to give up a lot of runs, that's pretty good.
Well, he has been very stingy this season.
We like stingy.
Adam Eaton's going to lead things off for the Nationals. He was 1 for 5 last night. See his numbers against Aaron Nola. All right, we're about ready to go. Second time in less than a week. Aaron Nola faces the Nationals and Max Scherzer. And the first pitch of the night is a fastball butted foul, and it's 0-1.
I think that's a test with Asdrubal Cabrera playing third.
Maybe. Asdrubal is a very good defensive third baseman. I know shortstop by trade. He's playing third today. Maikel Franco has the evening off to start.
Eventually we'll see.
Curveball hit in the air to right center field. Nick Williams venturing over and gets there. Ball carried pretty good, didn't it?
Well, it's still hot. I mean, it's miserably hot and muggy. So yes, the ball is going to carry. Like the ball Wieters hit last night. I didn't think that was going to go out, but it went out. But Nick never gave up on it. And that's what you have to do. You have to tell yourself the ball's carried, so my first step should be a little bit back if it's in a gap. Take that angle deeper than you would more shallow. Now the ball right at you. What happened to Reese last night? That's instinct.
Trey Turner swings at the first pitch.
We appreciate it.
Right at Odubel Herrera. Well, you kind of got an idea of how the Nationals were going to face Aaron Nola, unless he was playing possum, by Dave Martinez's comments. He said he throws a lot of strikes. We have to be aggressive and put the ball in play. Don't waste any pitches.
Amen. Dave Martinez, amen.
They just don't want to get to the changeup or the curveball, probably.
Like I tell kids, while I was sitting on a breaking ball, I said, why? You can't hit it anyway. Why would you look for something you can't hit? And his breaking ball is, his fastball is good enough, but his breaking ball just makes the fastball that much better.
Yeah, the last outing against the Nats, he threw 37 curveballs. He had 19 swings at it, and then 10 swings and misses. He starts Harper off with a fastball, 0-1.
How many equipment bags do players bring on a road trip? Like Bryce last night had red spikes on. Now he has, it looks like a navy blue spike on.
I think it varies from player to player.
I remember going like a 10-day road trip. You take a pair of spikes and a pair of turf shoes for BP.
Well, you were a minimalist.
I was a creature of habit too, which kind of drove me crazy.
Midfield has 3 on the right side, including the shortstop Scott Kingery. So Cabrera is playing the shortstop position. No balls and 2 strikes to Harper.
Fastball up like he struck him out at Washington.
Yeah, maybe. He goes with another changeup. And he fouled it off his foot or his leg. Harper was 1 for 4 last night, and you see the splits against Nola. We talked about this during the last game. Nola's really handled him. It wasn't always the case. And now the 0-2 pitch. Try to rise a fastball up.
Yeah, you never know, Tom, you know how great a matchup this is with Nola and Harper, 2 of the best in the game, and we might not see that for a while if Harper goes somewhere else.
Well, that's true. Got him. Threw him another changeup. It's an 8-pitch inning. Picks up his first strikeout, retires the Nats in order. 1, 2, 3. Up to the bottom of the first. Now it's Max Scherzer's turn. Cesar Hernandez ready to lead things off for the Phillies against Max Scherzer on a warm night here in South Philadelphia. Scherzer on the year leads the National League in victories with 16, tied for second coming in earned run average at 2.13. We'll get to some of the other categories that he's leading right now. And a first pitch to Cesar is low, 1-0. Veteran Sam Holbrook is the home plate umpire tonight. One ball and 1 strike to Cesar.
Well, I'd like to see the Phillies have the same approach that the Nationals are going to try to have against Nola, and that swing early at the fastball. I mean, it's a great fastball, but the changeup slider lethal with Max Scherzer.
Well, there's the cutter, and it's 2-1.
That too.
Scherzer now 34 years old, a former first-round pick. out of Missouri by the Arizona Diamondbacks. Eventually went to the Tigers, where he won a Cy Young, and then then signed with the Washington Nationals.
And won some Cy Youngs.
2 in a row. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Hernandez. And a breaking ball. That's a good eye.
Yeah, but you know you're going to get a fastball here more than likely. I mean, I'd sell out on it. If he throws something else, hope it's a ball.
He did get the fastball.
Little scrum down there for that ball.
I feel bad for the guy that got it off the shoulder and it caromed over to the folks that went into a scrum. And again, the 3-2 pitch to Cesar. Cesar grounds it to the right side. Up with it is Defoe. And 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Rest of the there's Jose Bautista, who checks in to see his former Mets teammate is Drupal Cabrera. Get a chance to greet everybody. He's got all those gloves. He's ready to go. Rest of the Phillies lineup brought to you by Xfinity, the fastest internet in Philadelphia. So Rhys Hoskins bats second, then is Drupal Cabrera. Odubel is batting cleanup. That's because he's 13 for 39 against Scherzer and had the home run the last time. Hoskins 0 for 8 against Scherzer. Overall a .257 with 27 home runs, 82 runs batted in.
0 for 8 with 7 strikeouts. Change that right now.
2-0.
Yeah, this is what you want. You face Max Scherzer. You hope to get ahead. And now if he throws you a fastball strike, you can't miss it. If you miss it, chances are that bat could be over. Oh, breaking ball.
2-1.
That's not fair, Tom.
He does have a variety of pitches that he throws.
7 or 8.
I think he's got less than he used to, but it is remarkable what he has in his repertoire. Now the 2-1 pitch coming to Hoskins. Another breaking ball, 2-2. So he's come back with 2 straight sliders.
Well, but that's what makes he and Nola so great, is there's no pattern. Pesky little gnats. You get where I was going there?
I got you. Back toward the middle and right at Defoe, who was shaded that way. Unfortunately, the shift on Rhys robs him of a hit.
It's all right. When you're 0 for 8 with 7 strikeouts, that's something you can build on right there.
Got a little contact.
Hard contact. Hit that ball good.
And now is Drupal Cabrera, who was 15 for 67 against Scherzer. All those years in Cleveland when Scherzer pitched for the Tigers, and then of course in the East with the Mets. Scherzer is first in the league in wins. He's also first in strikeouts. First in batting average against, strikeouts per 9, whip. And he's also first in innings pitched. Change up toward the outer edge. Highest percentage of strikes as we take a look at our Nissan upgrade to the technology of tomorrow today. Scherzer and Nola are both in the top 5 in the National League.
Take that rotation, wouldn't you?
That was pretty good rotation.
Yeah. I'd take him though. I don't know. I think we should feel lucky that he was with us.
No question. A high fly ball to shallow right field. Adam Eaton waits for it. And the inning is over. The Phillies go down in order. It took 16 pitches. Aaron Nola goes back to work in the second when we return. Calling all superhero fans, join the Phillies as we celebrate our favorite Marvel superheroes when the Washington Nationals and the Phils get together one more time tomorrow. Limited edition Phillies Hulk bobblehead is going to be given out if you buy your tickets through the theme night page. Go to Phillies.com/theme nights to order your tickets. Top of the second, Anthony Rendon will lead it off. Rendon was 1 for 4 in last night's game. And he starts him off with a curveball. One. Didn't get him to bite at that breaking ball. It's 2-1. Nola here at home is putting together a really nice run of games. I know we've talked about these numbers often. Phillies have won all 12 of his starts. He has 9 wins and an ERA of 2.00 during those starts. So we got a miss, 2-2.
In a hitter's ballpark.
Yeah, that's the thing. He joins Tommy Green as the only Phillies starters to win at least 9 straight home decisions to start a year since 1908.
I love Tommy Green, but I hope he gets 10.
Well, Tommy had 10 in 93.
Well, then I hope Aaron ties him tonight.
There's the 2-2 pitch. Off the hands, fouled over the dugout. We'll keep an eye on what's going on in Atlanta. That game starts at 7:35. It's Tampa in Atlanta. Julio Teheran is on the mound for the Braves. 2-2 to Rendon. Got a fastball fouled.
Who's pitching for Tampa? We need Ian Snell in there, don't we?
Unfortunately, it's not Ian Snell.
One of these 3 games. Or 4, I don't know how many they're there.
I'm going to tell you who's starting for Ryan Stanek. Is starting for the Rays. Oh boy. Pretty close with a fastball. Must have been a hair inside, and it's 3-2. Take a look at PitchCast presented by PJ Wheelahans. All right, it was inside.
There's been a couple that, even with Scherzer out there, it could have gone either way. And off the plate, they're called balls, right?
Yes, sir. Well, sometimes.
Well, we hope.
Curveball dribbled up the third base line. Cabrera charges, bare hands, throws, and it is in time. Santana held onto the bag and the ball. That's an excellent play all the way around.
Well, you saw Adam Eaton trying to bunt to test Cabrera at third base. I guess he answered the, he passed the test. That was a great play right there. Rendon can run pretty well for a 4th hitter, but give Santana credit too, staying on the base, stretched out, kept his foot on, get that big leadoff hitter out of this inning.
Soto takes inside. That's an 8-pitch at bat. So 8 pitches in the first inning for Aaron, 8 pitches in that at bat alone. I'm not sure what Sam Holbrook is waiting for.
Not too late to challenge.
They can't challenge anything.
What the heck?
I have no idea. Maybe they're checking the phones just to make sure they're working. I don't know. Because once he steps on the rubber, it's done.
Oh, he's throwing
and he threw a pitch.
Hey, we want to go back to the 3rd inning. I know it's the 8th, but we've been watching.
We want to go back to the Zimmerman home run last week. We have some questions about it.
We still don't think that's a homer, but
change up.
We thought the other umpiring crew might have missed it, so we're going to ask you guys your thoughts on it. Oh my gosh. Speed up rules, Tom. We're speeding the game up. 30 seconds of our life we can't get back right there.
Try to go up with a fastball. It's 3-1. Ryan Zimmerman on deck.
It is a toasty one down there, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Aaron and I were talking yesterday. He said, it's going to be hot this week, huh? And I said, yeah, it's like Louisiana. He goes, I don't know. I think it's hotter than Louisiana.
It's hotter than Florida. When I was down there a few days ago.
And ball 4. Well, there are a couple close pitches in that at bat, but it's the first walk. Nola walked just 1 in his last outing. And now Ryan Zimmerman is coming up. Zimmerman hitting .256, but it's what he's done over his last 20 games that has really opened up the eyes for the Nationals. Last 20 games he's hitting over .320. Spent a lot of time on the DL this year with an oblique injury.
That's a big thing with him over the last handful of years, isn't it? Just staying healthy.
Absolutely.
The shoulders giving him problems, and
yeah, that's why it was so refreshing last year. See, it's such a good year for the Nationals that he stayed healthy. Breaking ball 0-1.
You ever spoken to him? Have you ever had?
I have.
What a outstanding young man.
Yeah, several times he does a lot of charitable work surrounding his mom's illness, And we've talked about that when he's busy promoting some things. Fastball inside, 1 ball, 1 strike.
I think some of the fans are getting a little restless with the strike zone.
Yeah, a little bit.
I think the people that are yelling about that pitch don't understand how far Zimmerman stands from home plate.
Maybe. That changeup ran inside, 2-1. Right down the chute, 2-2, and 94 on that fastball.
That's what's mystifying to me. Like, what do you? He missed with the breaking ball. He missed with the changeup, and he throws a fastball just center cut. And
unless he thought he was expected a curveball.
Man.
Balls, 2 strikes, runner off first. Here at the top of the 2nd inning.
I would much rather a head in the count get fooled by a breaking ball than let that one go.
Not a huge lead for Soto.
Like he had a little false start there, though. It looked like he took one little jab step with his right foot to go to second.
Tim Bogart going over some things with him.
I wonder if one of them was don't get picked off. Like Soto threw something shiny to Tim Bogars over there.
I don't know if something came off his thumb guard. Two balls, 2 strikes to Zimmerman. And a breaking ball poked out to right. It's not deep. Williams on the run. He gets there, makes the catch. 2 outs. Matt Wieters is coming up. Let's check in with Greg Murphy. Murph.
All right, thank you very much, Tom. Well, a good start for Aaron Nola. And if you don't think that this Washington Nationals team can appreciate from their side of things how good Aaron Nola has been, you'd be wrong. I had a really good conversation today with Bryce Harper talking about going up against Aaron Nola again, getting another opportunity. And he said, look, as a baseball player, that's exactly what you want. You want an opportunity to get up and you know, kind of hone your craft against a guy like Aaron Nola. He said he has been so good. And, you know, if you look at the numbers, early in his career, Bryce Harper had some success against Aaron Nola, and then flip-flopped. Aaron Nola recently has had more success against Bryce Harper, and I asked him about that, and he said, yeah, absolutely. He said, you know, it's a game of adjustments, and we're just trying to figure each other out. He said, I had a chance to spend some time with Aaron Nola at the All-Star game, and he said, you know, he's so stoic out there on the mound, and you don't know what's going through his head, but when you talk to him, he said, we talked pitching, we talked hitting, we had a few laughs. He said, you know, he is a fierce competitor, and he is the kind of guy that you want on your team. He went on to say, I get a chance to watch Max Scherzer every 5th day go out there and help this team try to win a ball game. And that's exactly how he looks at Aaron Nola on this side for the Phils, a guy that has just done so much to help the Phillies this year win ball games. And he said, you know what? At the end of the day, he is a pretty special player.
Yeah, I think that's it's a great commentary from one of the game's great offensive players about a kid who's just rising in his ability to pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike to Wieters. Change up outside, 2-1. And that word that Murph used at the end that Harper talked about, saying he's special. That's all he could do. That's all he could say the other day after the game when talking about Nola. He said he remembered watching him at LSU when he would watch games and how he would just carve teams up there. 2 balls and 1 strike to Wieters. And a curveball. And it's 2-2.
Well, like I said, Phillies fans have been lucky. The older Phillies fans to get to see Steve Carlton, one of the greatest that's ever pitched. Cole Hamels for a run in the Kurt Schilling. And now we got Aaron Nola. And look, let's not compare him to Lefty or Schilling or Cole just yet, but he has a chance to be one of the special ones for a long, long time.
Seaver doesn't come all the way back, and it's 3-2. It's close, but it's inside. Close.
Yeah, Horry tried to bring that baby back. He didn't get it.
That is one aspect of Alfaro that he's really, there's a number of things he's worked on, but the framing part of it, he has really worked hard on this year. 3-2. Runner will be off. And Wieters fouls it away. So after the 8-pitch first inning, he has 24 this inning. Now that includes the 8 he's thrown to he threw to Rendon. And this will be the 7th to Wieters. Soto goes, and a curveball swung on and fouled, and we'll do it again. That was one emergency swing, and he just got a piece of it. I mean, just got a piece of it.
And just enough to divert it from going in the center of Alfaro's glove.
Do it again. And a strike 3 calls. Now that 2-seamer came back. Second strikeout for Nola. No runs, no hits. The Nats got their first base runner. It was a 1-out walk. 1 man left on base. Well, he diced him up there. We'll move to the bottom of the 2nd inning. The Phillies try to get something against Max Scherzer after 2 scoreless from Aaron Nola. Kicks off today. $15 ticket plus you get a $12 voucher for anything out at Ashburn Alley. Chickies and Pete's Crab Fries, Bowles Barbecue, Tony Luke's, Hatfield Hot Dog and Coke. Anything you can eat or drink up to $12. Go to Phillies.com/studentsteal to get your tickets.
I've only got a handful of games left, I think, at home.
Right.
I got to get some more ribs from Bull.
Get them while they're hot.
I got to go down there when it's hopefully it's cooler.
I sent some folks out there today. They said, "Where would you go to eat?" I said, "Well, there's so many great places, from P.J. Wheelahands to Chickies and Pete's to Tony Luke's and Campos." I said, "But start out at Bull's. You got Boardwalk Eats out there. You got all those burgers, all the ribs." 0-1 inside, a little low and away, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike to Odubel.
So, Bull, if you're in your office down there in the air condition, nice and cool, maybe some ribs, please.
Yeah. That one's fouled off the foot of Herrera. Gabe went through his media session today, and he walked past us before we went and met with him, and he said, "I got Odubel batting cleanup tonight." He was asking us, and it was actually an interesting conversation, I think, from a baseball standpoint. You know, how much does the success that a hitter has or pitcher has against another player, how much would that factor in to anybody's decision on where to bat a guy? And Odubel's got some of the best numbers against Scherzer. Because, you know, Scherzer and Nola and DeGrom, there's not much give to them. I mean, there really isn't. So
if you're trying to make a living hitting off those three,
that's it. And our thought was, there were 3 or 4 of us talking that if you don't have a whole lot on him, you go with the guy that has good numbers because maybe he's got a little glimmer of confidence against him. I mean, somebody like Odubel has 13 hits, but Johnny, he does do this. He fouls a bunch of pitches off.
He does, and you know, Scherzer has so many different pitches with so much movement. You know, Odubel's one of the few guys we have that can take an ugly swing and get a base hit.
Yeah.
Now, the home run he hit in Washington, the 2-run homer, was a thing of beauty, but you know, Scherzer might throw him a changeup down and away, and he hits one down the third baseline like that. I mean, you know, he has that ability. You know, if that was the case, Reese wouldn't be playing today. But you know, how are you in a pennant race and one of your best players isn't going to play? You got to play him. You know, does Dave Martinez sit Bryce Harper because he struggled against Aaron Nola lately? No.
Odubel fouls another one off. This will be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Now, Scherzer from time to time has done some different things against Odubel. Odubel always makes him wait, though. Scherzer always is ready to go, and Odubel makes him wait. In fact, he quick pitched him, Scherzer did, back in 2017. That one's pulled right at Defoe. And 1 out here in the second.
Well, that's the thing. Scherzer can't get upset if a guy makes him wait, because if there's someone on first, it's a waiting game. He'll hold the ball forever at times, and very deliberate with runners on base. So he has to understand if a hitter's going to be deliberate with him out of the windup. But there's his too, another pointing at Wilmer Defoe right there. Apparently he's a likable young man. I saw Franco joking with him yesterday when he was on third.
Ball and 1 strike to Santana. Ball got a piece of the home plate umpire, Sam Holbrook.
Was that him that yelled?
I think he did say that, because somebody did yell. You're right.
I mean, that's I don't envy those guys any whatsoever. Put on that gear. I always thank the good Lord that I was left-handed, because they certainly would have put my rotund body behind home plate.
You never wanted to be Mike Squires?
No.
Change up 2-2.
It's a heck of a changeup right here by Scherzer. Look at the spin. You know, the deception of a changeup is not so much the speed, but it's the arm action. Because you read it fastball, you know, and then arm action tells you fastball, and then nothing.
Fly ball right field. Look at Adam Eaton. Winds in.
Thought Defoe was going to call him off there for a second.
So far back. 2 outs. Follow your Phils down the stretch with NBC Sports Philadelphia. Get insight into the team from experts Jim Salisbury and Corey Seidman. And don't forget Jim's At the Yard podcast and Crucker's Cruckcast. It's the best way to keep up with your Phils even when they're off the field. Nick Williams. Looks like he's moving to the beat of his walk-up music. That got the arm guard of Nick Williams. So the Phils have their first base runner to bring Scott Kingery up.
Didn't Scherzer have some? You see it.
Oh, actually got the jersey.
Got the jersey. Didn't Scherzer have success against Nick in Washington with pitching him in?
Well, he eventually did.
Yes. A couple times later in the at bats.
He walked him the first time and then got him to ground out twice to first base. His last at bat was against Wander Suaro, and he hit one out toward the warning track in left center.
I'd like to see a double in the gap.
Off the hands, out toward left field. That'll drop for a hit. And the Phils will have first and second with 2 outs. That's their first hit of the day. And it brings Jorge Alfaro to the plate.
Hey, take him as you get him, right? Yep. I mean, it got jammed, broke his bat, blooped it in the left, and you know, I think this also tells you just how good. Look at the eye black on Jorge. Interesting, but anyway, it tells you how good these two guys are. A hit by pitch and a broken bat single. It's a rally. I think it tells you, you know, how good these two guys are that we're seeing tonight.
Absolutely. Well, all you have to do is look at the whip for both of them. The walks, hits per inning pitched. I mentioned that Scherzer was first in that category at 0.89. Aaron Nola is number 2 at 0.97. And number 3 is Jacob deGrom. So those are the 3 Cy Young candidates.
So you're getting an 8, like a 0.8 of a person on base every 9 innings?
Pretty much.
Or every inning.
Huh. They're leaving their leg or their foot over on the on-deck circle.
1 foot in, 1 foot out. Come on, Jorge, get one right here.
Swing and a miss, 1-1. He got a good pitch to hit.
But the overswing. This is something that's been a recurring theme with Jorge pretty much all year. When he has a nice level balanced swing, good things happen. When he gets overamped and overexcited and a guy throwing hard, he overswings, and you know, technically, I mean, in reality, it slows your bat up and it takes you off balance. Single to right field would be great.
Fouls it back, 1-2. So back-to-back fastballs from Scherzer.
I got to ask him about the eye black tomorrow.
A little different look, trying to shake it up a little bit.
I mean, he's a catcher, so you don't think that the lights or the sun will get in your eyes, but I don't know.
Trying to make himself look meaner.
Maybe.
Little dribbler up the first base side. Scherzer has it and tags him. And then makes the throw.
Now he gets one out for that, right?
Just one. Phillies leave a couple. They get a base hit. We'll head to the third in a scoreless ball game. Time now for the Ram Truck Stop the Fans trivia question. Log on to Phillies.com. Go to the fans section for all the information. Please submit your answer on the subject line. All right, John, the question is, who are the last two Phillies to steal home in a game? Last two Phillies. Answer will be revealed a little later on.
Oh, man, it happened this year when Nick got caught in a rundown.
You're on the right path.
I know, but I can't remember who was on third.
I will tell you that one you might expect would do it, and the other one, and it happened this year also, you wouldn't really expect to do it.
Oh gosh, so it happened twice this year?
Yeah.
That's got to be some sort of record, huh?
Wilmer Defoe leads it off, 1 for 3 last night. Back toward the middle, off the glove of Nola, picked up by Kingery. Nice play off his hip.
A heck of a play by Scotty right there.
Our GMC Precision play of the game.
It's got topspin on it, but then after it hits Aaron's glove, it adds a little more topspin to it. Watch his hop. You know, that thing bounced right up into his chest, but great hand-eye coordination by Scott. And you know, we know about his accurate throwing arm. It kind of made that look really easy, didn't he?
He did. I will say that is the one part of his game defensively. Oh, jeez. The one part of his game defensively are his hands that have really taken, I think, just gotten better and better this year.
Oh, were you talking? I wasn't listening.
Well, out to shortstop. Here's Kingery again. And there are 2 outs. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
It took 13 minutes and 20 seconds for you to get something from Bulls.
It's that Polish thing we have. Our brains are on the same wavelength.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. These are actually Polish ribs. You guys don't know that.
I will tell you that if it's all ribs, that's a lot of ribs.
Well,
I think there's more than ribs in there.
Well, no, they're
No,
ribs.
it's all ribs.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Woo. They smell terrific. That's a lot of ribs.
I have a
All
feeling.
Right. Dig in, Johnny.
I have a feeling they will be gone by the end of the game.
A lot of ribs. One ball and no strikes to Eaton. We will never hear John again. Good breaking ball, 1-1. Wonder what else we could ask him to get us if he's going to be that fast about it.
I mean, sheesh. I mean, what goes with ribs?
Carl, what would you like? Anything? Bull's bringing it. Bull's buying.
I mean, that's my thought. What goes with ribs? If you're watching a ball game, what goes with ribs?
A napkin?
Well, besides napkins.
Probably some coleslaw.
Let's get away from the food group and let's go to liquid refreshments, Tom.
I don't know if Bull has any of that with him, but he might be able to get the beer bicycle, the beer cycle.
Come right up into the booth.
2-2. We have moist towelettes.
And they're thick quilted baby wipes.
Oh man. Two and two. They really smell terrific.
Oh my gosh, they're just killing me. If he fouls another one off. Ah.
There he is.
There he is.
That a baby.
I'm outside, John, not inside with the air conditioning. I'm out here with the fans.
Yeah, he's out here. You're out here with the people, Bull.
Thank you, Bull.
That's a nice fan.
Hold on, they're wanting to get off. Go ahead, run in there. Run in there and wait.
Hey, there's Ryan.
Come on over.
Bull's son Ryan.
Was that Ryan back there?
Yeah, it was Ryan. I saw Ryan play high school baseball and football.
Scary.
Ooh. I don't know if he was as good as his dad. I think he'll tell you that he was better. But man, he was good.
It's beautiful here, John. The wind's blowing.
Those your grandkids, Bull?
You guys all right?
I don't think he can hear us, but we can hear him.
Well, he eventually will hear us. He's on a little bit of a delay. 2-2 pitch to Eaton. And a strike three called. He has struck out the last batter in each of the first 3 innings. Another 1-2-3 inning for Aaron Nola. No runs, no hits, and nobody left. 3 strikeouts. This was number 3. We'll head to the bottom of the 3rd in a scoreless ball game. Nissan. Shop ChooseNissan.com. And by Operation Finale, discover the true story of Hitler's deadliest lieutenant in theaters August 29th. Bottom of the third inning, no score. Dinner is complete. Well, at least out in the ballpark it's complete. Not up here. As Aaron Nola will lead it off. Nola hitting .063. You know, the Phillies begin play tonight. They're a half game back, or 3.5 games back in the National League East. The last time they were 3.5 games back, they went on a 30-game run where they were 18-12. Now, if they do that, that would give them 88 wins.
What does everyone think the magic number is?
I think it's 89, actually.
That's what Rizzo said, right? Mike Rizzo?
He said 88. He said 88. I mean, it would be great to get into the 90s, of course. But Gabe spent a lot of his conversation today with the members of the media talking about, you know, obviously you'd want to be at 3.5 up, but they're 3.5 back, but they have meaningful games on the horizon, and it began tonight with this matchup. As Nola's down looking.
Conserving his energy.
That's the first strikeout for Scherzer. But things could change so quickly. Phillies had the best record in the National League, one of the best records in the National League at the start of August. Now we're getting to the end. They're 3.5 back, and you know they've still got 7 games against the Atlanta Braves. 4 more after tonight against Washington. So everything is right there.
Yeah, but like they say, it's in their hands. They have to handle the business, though. They have to beat the Braves. They have to beat the Nationals. They got to beat the Mets, Marlins. You know, the Cubs. You know, the schedule's not easy. You know, the Marlins are playing so much better than they were early in the season. The Mets always give the Phillies issues, and then you got. I mean, would we consider the Cubs the best team in the National League?
I think you have to now.
Yeah. So you got the Cubs coming in.
There's the 0-2 to Cesar. 1-2.
Got 7 more with Atlanta, and
the 4 against Colorado.
Yeah, your non-Eastern Division team, besides the Cubs, is Colorado, which is a really good team, especially out there.
Yeah, so you've got tough games, but you also have it right in your hands, right there for the taking. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Tied him up with a cutter. Second strikeout for Scherzer. That brings Rhys Hoskins up. He provides us with our Geico quote of the day on the addition of Bautista. The guy's done it in really big situations. He's been through meaningful September baseball before. Obviously, his track record and his pedigree in the game is one of the best in the clubhouse. He's someone who has been through it all before and can kind of guide us along the way. Now, I talked to Gary Cohen today, who does the Mets games on TV, who said a lot of those things. He said that he has a very good grip on things inside the clubhouse, and you know there's still certain things he can do as a right-handed power hitter. 0-1 pitch coming to Hoskins. 0-2.
You know, coming into the season, you thought that there could be a platoon situation in right field with Nick and Aaron Altair. Aaron struggled pretty much the whole first half of the season. He's been sent down. Really didn't have a right-handed bat to give Nick a rest, really. You know, Roman Quinn came up. He spelled him for a little bit. But, you know, it wouldn't surprise me to see, you know, against a certain lefty, maybe Gio Gonzalez, you know, has that big sweeping curveball that can give lefties trouble. You know, maybe Bautista gets a game tomorrow.
Chatting with John Maley, getting a chance to get acquainted with Phil's hitting coach. Oh, 0-2 to Hoskins, who grounded out his first time up, grounded out up the middle. And 1-2.
Did that hit the umpire in the shin guard?
I didn't know if it hit the umpire or if it just hit off Weeder's glove. That handcuffed him.
Well, Max has the stuff to do that. 50 pitches, though. That's not bad.
On the out-of-town scoreboard, Tampa's taking a 1-0 lead on a Michael Perez sacrifice fly. That game is now to the bottom of the second. Reese pulls it down the left field line, foul.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we talked about a little bit last night about you know, Tampa playing good, but Ryan Madson came in the game and Reese didn't welcome him back with open arms, did he? That's our giant home run replay from yesterday. Let's hope we have one or two today. But you know, we talked about how, you know, Tampa swept Boston. That Tampa's playing really good.
Really well. Yep.
How about Baltimore? 94 losses already.
Hey, they're
52 games out or
yeah,
something.
It's not pretty. You should call your buddy Buck and console him.
That will be a conversation for later in the winter, Tom, when he gets to marinate on all this.
Probably December.
As soon as Reese hits his homer, we'll give him a dial him up.
Oh, that was another one back. Well, last night Baltimore shut out Toronto. Now they're shutting out Toronto again tonight.
Did Reese hurt himself?
Think on that swing?
Yeah, it looked like he was doing something funny with his left hand, bottom hand.
Down the right field line, it's a foul territory. Zimmerman with a long run, and he won't get there.
Good, no reaction there from Reese after that swing, so that's a good thing. Those are frustrating for a first baseman too. You run all that way and the ball just keeps going farther and farther away from you.
This is a 9-pitch at bat. Remember when Reese had that 14-pitch at bat earlier this year? 14th pitch went over the wall.
Ended well for Reese.
1-2 again. Fly ball left field, just missed it. Soto is under it and makes the catch for the last out. So it was a 9-pitch at bat for Reese. 5 foul balls. Scherzer sets the Phillies down in order. We'll move to the 4th. Still 0-0. In the Han Now program, deliver quality furniture at a great price. From workstations, desks, and tables to seating and storage, outfit just one station, or you can outfit your entire office. Who but W.B. Mason?
It's a big inning right here, Tom. 2, 3, 4 for the Nationals. With Soto up fourth this inning, this is a big inning for Aaron right here.
I'm always intrigued, particularly with a lineup like the Nationals have, when a guy like Aaron Nola, how will he go after them this time? Last time, Trey Turner swung at the first pitch, and he starts him off with a changeup instead of a fastball, and it's 0-1.
I think Trey Turner's under the I'm not going to let you get to your secondary stuff, so I'm going to swing at the first fastball I see. Start him slow, finish him fast.
Another change, and it's 1-1. One of the other numbers that you look at sometimes with real good quality pitchers is what they have done against teams with a 500 record or better. Well, for Aaron Nola, 14-11 during his career with a 3.92 ERA. Arrieta's numbers against 500 teams or better when he was with the Cubs were always very good. 1-2 pitch. Hit sharply to the right side. And one out here in the third. And here comes Harper.
I mean, so far so good. In 4 innings, he's kept the speed off the bases of the Washington Nationals.
Which you do have to take into account.
They do steal bases. They will run.
That in on Harper, and he fouled it away.
You get a guy you recently struggled with, and it just seems like every pitch you're in between. I mean, that's a fastball in that got on Bryce, and he had to flare it the other way. And now he's like, all right, now what? What can he do now? What pitch? You know how many pitchers you heard, and coaches and managers, and they talk about stressful pitches. In a game like this with these two pitchers, every single pitch is a stressful pitch, because you make one mistake and a guy hits it out, you might lose the game.
Well, and that's the swing by Odubel last start.
Exactly. I mean, and that's from the first pitch of the game to the last pitch you throw.
A change up, and he fouls it off. Well, if you look at Scherzer, and this goes to what your point is, John. So he has 6 losses this year. Of 4 of his 6 losses, the Nationals have been shut out. So he's given up like 2 runs, 1 run, 3 runs, but they haven't scored for him. So that's what you're talking about as far as the mistakes go. 1-2 pitch to Harper.
Ooh. I mean,
high.
You can't even imagine that this game is going to be 4-3. It's going to be, you would assume, the way they both are going right now, it's going to be, possibly 1-0, 2-1. I mean, every play defensively, every pitch is huge.
Jorge did pull that one back. It was close again. And it was just a hair off the plate. Just a little bit. Curveball foul.
Oh.
You wanted that one, didn't you?
I did, yes. Because it's hot, it's muggy, and anytime you can take a pitch or two, less pitches for Aaron. Plus, you're giving this guy another swing, possibly. I didn't say a bad word, did I?
No, you
okay,
did not.
Good.
Nope. Breaking ball pulled foul. I think others outside of the television booth may have said some dirty words.
It was on the tip of my tongue.
I always like your restraint.
Yeah. Someday it might not happen.
3 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch from Nola. Change up, swung on and missed. He won the battle. 4th strikeout. Two away here in the top of the 4th.
Wow.
All right, here's the pitch sequence. Take a look at all these pitches and how close they are.
Fastball in to get him sped up a little bit. He comes back in off the plate at 93, and they're coming back in there again at 91. That was up. Might have caught too much of the plate, and now with 2 strikes, he got him reaching. He's got him chasing. That's a close pitch. Another close pitch, but they're all fastballs. Then the breaking ball that he gets a swing, a foul ball. Another breaking ball, he gets the swing, a foul ball. And that devastating changeup after hard in, breaking balls, and then he throws that changeup to finish him after he fouled off a couple balls. That's, well.
Rendon lines one to left field, and that's the first hit of the night for the Nationals.
He looks really stressed.
It's the great thing about Nola. I mean, there's a lot of things that are great about him, but his demeanor is the way you'd like someone's demeanor to be out on the mound. Soto with a 2-seamer. Curveball, 0-2.
I think he's sitting there thinking, man, I should have swung at that first one.
I think that's what you get into when you face somebody like DeGrom or Scherzer or Nola,
yeah,
or Sale.
Yeah, 0-2, and he's got 3 ways of putting me away.
No balls, 2 strikes. Soto walked his last time. Rendon leads off first. No score. And a strike 3 called on the inside corner. 5 strikeouts. And the inning is over. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 man left. Take a look at pitch test. Right on the edge. Came back beautifully. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Each team with 1 hit so far. You by your local Chevrolet dealers. And by WB Mason. Who but WB Mason for fast, free delivery? Nobody does it better. Well, with John Kruk and Greg Murphy, I'm Tom McCarthy. We are scoreless as we head to the bottom half of the fourth inning. It'll be Cabrera, Herrera, and Santana. At a first pitch on the outer edge, a changeup. Cabrera, first time up, flied out to right field. Way inside.
I think there's any secret where Max wants to pitch Asdrubal Cabrera. Every pitch has been in on him.
Popped him up. Way up there. Third base line, Rendon. And one out here in the fourth. And here comes Odubel Herrera. John, as a hitter, I know you alluded to this before. Would your game plan be against Scherzer to, truly get him the first couple pitches?
I think you have to. The thing with Max that I think it's different than Aaron is if Max gets ahead, sometimes he'll throw his changeup, whatever. If you can lay off those pitches, you can get back in the count. To me, and I've had this talk with Carlos Santana about Scherzer, about the difference between Scherzer, DeGrom, and other pitchers, and that's what he said. He said, they're so great, but if you can get back in the at-bat, you think you have a chance. And I think Max will let you back in the at-bat every once in a while, but he's got like 9,000 pitches to get you out with, and he'll throw them at any time. And
he definitely will. Yep.
And that's what's different in this era than my era, because when you face dominant pitchers like Dwight Gooden and David Cohn and others, you get ahead 2-0, 3-1, you're getting a fastball. And that's 2-0 right there, and he throws a little 79-mile-an-hour breaking ball. That's the difference to me in talking to hitters who have played in this era. Jim Thome has been one about. He said that's the biggest thing that changed from when he first came up till he retired, was pitchers will throw anything at any time in the count.
2-1, swung on and missed. It's 2-2. That's a curveball. You wonder if that'll ever change, John, if it'll ever revert back to, let's say your era. I guess it won't.
Nope. And it shouldn't.
Yeah, because I'm kind of surprised that really the dominant pitchers in your era wouldn't throw anything.
Fastball. If they got behind, they were throwing a fastball. You knew it. The problem was trying to hit it.
Yeah.
But
there's the 2-2 pitch to Herrera. Little dribbler foul.
But you remember playing Little League in the backyard with your brothers and friends and stuff. What was the best thing to do with the wiffle ball? Remember the guy was in here like, yeah, try to trick him, try to make him look funny. And this I'm not comparing this to wiffle ball, but it's basically the same
concept.
Thing. Yeah, like Aaron and Scherzer. I've got 3 dominant pitches, and if I feel like throwing this one, I will.
2-2 popped up outside of third. We'll go back to the seats. Odubel in his last at-bat had an 8-pitch at-bat with 4 foul balls.
Odubel's got the eye black on too.
I do think Odubel's pace is the right pace for Scherzer.
Absolutely.
Though. Make him wait.
Make him stand out there in the heat a little longer.
In the air to right field.
Go.
Eaton's going back toward the scoreboard, and it is gone! Into the first row. Odubel did it again! A solo home run, and the Phillies are on top 1-0 here in the fourth.
We found ourselves a 4th hitter.
That's big time right there.
That's huge. Hey, you think about the struggles of Odubel in the second half of the season, how his offensive numbers are down dramatically, but how big has his 2 hits off Max Scherzer in the last handful of games been? 2-run homer, now a solo homer. And Scherzer's like, you got to be kidding me. That ball went out? I thought it was too high.
It was a towering shot. 351 feet was the estimated distance into that first row. That's his 21st home run of the season. Change up. $14 hits now for Odubel against Scherzer. 2 of those 14 homers. Boy, to get him going for the final month of the season. As Gabe said, if we can get him going, he can carry us.
I think you got to let him try. Just throw him out there every day, you know.
There's a bullet foul.
You know, if Nick needs a day, throw Bautista or Roman Quinn, depending on who's pitching out there. You know, if Santana needs a day, move Reese into first, but I think you got to ride with Odubel the rest of the way.
Look at Miles. You don't think he's happy about that?
Oh.
Update down in Atlanta. Tampa's added a second run. Jake Bauers with a sac fly. They're sac flying the Braves to death. It's 2-0, bottom of the third.
My old buddy Tim Kirchin's favorite.
Really?
He wrote a book. I'm fascinated with the sacrifice fly. But here's the thing, too, what that home run does. Although it's only the 4th inning, but if Nola keeps going like he's going and his pitch count is at a good pace, you know, Dave Martinez might have to think maybe in the 6th inning, I have to pinch hit for Scherzer.
Yeah, even though for a pitcher, he hits well.
Exactly.
Fly ball left center field. Harper. Yeah, there are 2 outs. Our Coors Light refreshing finish. We revert back to a Thursday in Washington. That's our first look. Odubel's 2-run home run. And then we turn the page to tonight.
Yeah, fastball in, and I mean, he just got to that. He just beat Scherzer to that spot right there. Now look, it wasn't a 480-foot homer, but they both count the same. 1 run, and that could be the difference in this ball game.
Nick Williams was hit by a pitch his last at bat.
These last 2 days, pennant chase fever with the defense in the stands has been phenomenal.
Yeah. Little clinic. The guy in the red shirt caught it right there. Lays off the changeup. 2-2.
Look at the guy beside him. Watch his catch, though. Great play. I guess that's, you know, a drink for some people, a high ball, right? That wasn't a high five.
Ground ball foul. Oh.
You think Flores ever sees someone miss a ball and go over there and say, "Hey, I'm an infield instructor.
Let's work on it tomorrow."
Let's work on it in between innings.
I'm sure sometimes they think about that. You know, who would have done that was Renee Latchman. He was always talking to the fans. Scherzer's about to throw his 79th pitch of the night.
Man, he keeps staying in there on Nick, doesn't he?
Nick's had a couple better swings on it.
At some point he gets a change up away, something slow away.
He pitches by inning, John, 24. This will be the 25th here in the fourth. Again, he goes in. That time he goes in with a cutter. I don't know how he hit that ball.
Would that have hit him if he didn't hit it?
It might have. That's some hand-eye coordination there. I mean, it's coming right at him.
Oh gosh, that'd have hit him like right in the belly button. Been there, Tom. Still making him work though.
Kingery on deck. Duval's home run has given the Phils a 1-0 lead. And a breaking ball fouled. It's a sharp battle right now going on between Williams and Scherzer. This will be the 11th pitch of this at bat. He had a 7-pitch AB to Odubel Herrera.
Think about a cutter right here, 3-2. I mean, he didn't see the last one too well.
He was set up outside, it looks like.
Change up.
Had a fastball, and he got him 95. 3 strikeouts for Scherzer. But Odubel Herrera has given the Phils the early lead with a solo home run. It's his second homer since the 28th of July, and both have come against Max Scherzer. We go to the 5th, 1-0 Phils. MLB At Bat is your #1 Philadelphia Phillies app. Customize your experience to catch every moment this season. Get the Phillies home screen icons and features such as MLB.TV Game of the Day, pitch tracking, in-game highlights, Live radio broadcast, stats, news, and more. Download MLB At Bat today. Also can get the ballpark app. You can tell you where you can get your favorite cheesesteak here at the Yard. We begin the top of the 5th inning with the Phillies leading it 1-0. And Ryan Zimmerman leads it off.
Have you run across anyone with how good Aaron is this year, but with his demeanor? Like if he loses 1-0 or wins 1-0, it doesn't change.
Yeah, I think there's an internal fire as that ball is bounced right down the left field line for Zimmerman. And he'll get to second base with a leadoff double, his 13th double of the year. I think that's, the most you'll see. I mean, he was fired up after getting the strikeout of Harper the other day. I mean, he's fierce in his competitiveness, but you're right. I mean, he doesn't let it outwardly show all the time. And that just keeps him on an even plane.
That's why we love him.
Here's Wieters, who struck out looking his first time up.
Strubal's creeping in, but I can't picture Wieters bunting here.
Bouncer out to shortstop. They got Zimmerman. That is a base running mistake.
Attaboy.
You put a big circle around that one. Not sure if he knew where Kingery was with the shift. The Phillies have shifted differently with Wieters depending on the situation, and that time Kingery was a couple steps toward the shortstop side.
Yeah, I mean, look where Scotty is right now. He's behind Zimmerman. So what Zimmerman's thinking is, if I get a good secondary lead with where he's playing, I can get to third base. The problem is once he had to hesitate, he has to go back. I even think though if because of the hesitation, I don't think he would have made it back to second because Scotty would have tagged him.
Defoe takes a curve. Probably wouldn't have, John. You're right.
But, that's a play where, you have to understand not only where a guy is in the shortstop behind you, but where he's at after the pitch is thrown.
Change up, hits a third. Cabrera's got it. This should be 2. There's 1 and 2. That's a 5-4-3 double play. Well, the leadoff double is wasted. It's the second. Look at this right here.
Well, a little cue shot off the bat, but a great turn by the middle infield, and here we go.
On to the bottom of the 5th inning. Bank Minor League Report. Citizens Bank, the official bank of the Phils. All right, so how about the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs? They swept out the individual awards in the International League. Joey Meneses, what a year he had. International League MVP and Rookie of the Year. Cole Irvin, the most valuable pitcher. He was fantastic this season. Gary Jones, congratulations to Gary. Mitch Walding, an all-star at third base. Pedro Beato, an all-star as a relief pitcher as well. Lehigh Valley will start the playoffs next Wednesday in the International League. Last of the fifth, 1-0 Phils.
We didn't see Meneses in spring training, did we?
We saw the other Meneses in spring training.
Okay. There's two?
Yeah, not related, but there are two.
Oh, boy. Mass confusion, but let's score some more.
Here's Kingery to lead it off. By the way, with the third strikeout that Scherzer picked up to finish up the fourth inning, he ties Sandy Koufax on the all-time list.
Huh. Guess we're going to go big, go real big, huh?
That's exactly right. Little dribbler out in front of the plate. Kingery slipped. Wieters has it. His throw off the bag is Zimmerman. Scotty is so fast.
Well, Scotty even slipped out of the box, too.
So he's 2 for 2.
Watch him. He gets a slip right there, but like he was coming out of the starter's blocks for a sprint. The only concern I had was he was so far inside the line that I was worried that if Wieters drilled him with the ball, they might call him out. But, you know, luckily he was at the base or past it by the time the ball got to Zimmerman. And we will take a leadoff hit.
Yeah, now Alfaro, who tapped one up the first base line that Scherzer was able to field and tag. In the air to center field. That is well hit. Harper's going back. He got turned around. Gone! A two-run center field home run for Jorge Alfaro. And the Phillies now lead it 3-0. Strong kid.
Well, you know, we talk about it all the time, Tom, but watch the swing.
Beautiful.
Nice and easy. Look how unbalanced he is. And he can hit it that far. It's amazing to me how much farther he hits it when he swings easy and on balance. And again, that's another home run that in a lot of ballparks it wouldn't be a home run, but you know what? We happen to be playing here tonight.
Well, went 418 feet though, John.
Exactly, but how you know, the ball, how much is the ball carrying?
Oh, yeah, it is jumping. 0-2.
3-run. I mean, now, you know, does David Martinez have to think about pinch hitting for Scherzer in the first, you know, in the first hitter in the top of the sixth inning for him? The fan yell, come on, Nola, back to back. I'm gonna bet against that one just yet.
Swing and a miss. And 4 strikeouts for Scherzer. 1 out here in the 5th. That'll bring Cesar Hernandez to the plate. Let's check in with Greg Murphy. Murph.
All right, thank you very much, Tom. Well, it's piggybacking off of your conversation last half inning about Max Scherzer and what players are thinking about when they have to face a guy like Max. I was talking to Rhys Hoskins before the game about that very thing, and you know, Rhys has had his struggles against Max Scherzer, but he said, call me crazy, I want to face him. He said, I'd face him every night. That's the kind of guy you want to face. And I said, well, do you make adjustments against a pitcher like him, or is he making adjustments against you? How does that work? And he said, well, it's probably a little bit of both, but you know, Max Scherzer, his stuff is so good that he's going to, you know, try to get you out with what he does best. And because he does so many things well, has so many pitches that he can turn to, more often it's the hitter that is making adjustments against Max Scherzer. And Reese said, you know, that's what he's trying to do right now. But he said, you know, at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. That's the competition, the cat and mouse game, and that's what he loves, and that's why he loves playing this game.
I think that if you ask a lot of players, I think the cat and mouse game, that is a big part of the competition of it. Did you like the cat and mouse game?
I did, but I wouldn't want to face Max Scherzer every night.
He said call me crazy, so I did.
Okay, well, we'll call him crazy for just that statement. He's a very intelligent young man, but like when I faced Pedro Martinez, and you wouldn't want to face them every night. I mean, if you face Maddox every night, Pedro every night, you know, you'd have a headache, a massive headache for 280 days.
The ball is popped foul out of play. It remains 1-2.
Yeah, they wouldn't have anyone to pitch to because everyone would be demoted.
That cycle.
Yeah. All right, bring up 8 more knuckleheads, and let's go about trying to compete against Pedro and Maddox every day. You know, every once in a while it's nice to see a really bad pitcher.
Here's the 1-2 pitch to Cesar. And outside. People leaning in over the bullpens.
Yeah, 95 pitches, and leading off the next inning is Scherzer, and no one warmed up in the bullpen. There's still only 2 outs now.
5 strikeouts for Scherzer. He's gotten Cesar twice. And here comes Rhys Hoskins. Breaking ball inside. Rhys last time up, flied out to left. He's 0 for 2. He's grounded out and flied out. One and one.
I mean, wouldn't you? I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy, but wouldn't you think about trying to pinch hit?
Absolutely.
Maybe?
Fly ball left center field. Harper has room a few steps from the track and makes the catch. The inning is over. The Phillies, though, with a couple more runs. That guy in the background, Jorge Alfaro, just hit one a long ways to make it 3-0 as we go to the 6th. T-Mobile. We go back to March 12, 2016. Jose Bautista in spring training doing a little Simon Says with the Fanatic. This was funny. I mean, we were on TV that day, so we were able to pick up a lot of this. Bautista, I think, won the competition right there. Yep, that's it. And then the Fanatic tried to show off some stuff to Bautista. And Bautista tried. That was very funny that day. Well, now they can do it all the time if they want to.
I don't know if the Phillies would be too happy to see him out there trying to do one-arm push-ups with the Fanatic. It's a no-win battle, Tom.
Here's Andrew Stevenson.
This way, with Jose Bautista's flat six-pack abs.
Yeah.
And the Fanatic's rotund gut.
Those aren't six-pack abs.
Fanatic don't have far to go. Bautista has a lot farther to go.
Got a little bit of a pushback too.
It's spring-loaded, that gut of his.
Want to know to Stevenson, who's pitch hitting for Max Scherzer, who's done after 5. Hamels has fallen behind 2-0. Stevenson called up while the Phillies were in Washington last week and hit a home run to tie the game, one of the games. Had an RBI the next day. Jim Wolf says he went around on the curve. It's 2-1.
Driving in today, did you think Scherzer would go 5?
No. No, because it's rare that he only goes 5. It's just like it's rare when Nola only goes 5. No, you know, we build up a lot of these matchups, although we haven't really had, I mean, baseball hasn't had one like this with the 2 of the top 3 ERA leaders battling twice in 1 week. In fact, it was 85 the last time 2 battled even once. Swing and a miss. Beautiful curveball to get Stevenson. 1 out here in the 6th inning. That's 6 strikeouts for Nola.
Yeah, that was a strike for a long time until Stevenson started swinging. And then bye-bye.
Matt Grace in the bullpen.
I'm sure that's what the old timers been sitting in the bullpen were probably see out there. You know,
the flowers.
The flowers.
They're beautiful, John.
They are beautiful, but
beautiful.
I don't think like in old Yankee Stadium when Sparky Lyle and Goose Gossage were out there in the 70s and 80s. I don't think they had flowers out there. Now, didn't one bullpen they planted tomatoes?
Yeah, the Mets bullpen at Shea Stadium.
Yeah.
Joe Pignatano.
They are pretty though.
A pitch to Eaton. And now 3-0.
It's a thing too you have to concern yourself with this Nationals team, and they can strike quickly.
Fastball 3-1. 5-3 ball counts for Nola tonight.
His last start he had 1, right?
In the 8th inning.
Yeah, that's.
Swing and a miss. 3-2.
Right, he got some help there, huh? Like that pitch might have been up and out of the zone.
I think he probably thought, well, that might be a fastball I can get, but then it just kept on going. Now outside, ball 4. Second walk issued by Aaron. Yeah, that'll bring Trey Turner up to the plate, who is 0 for 2. Well, the Phillies, after the Nationals leave town tomorrow, they'll have the off day on Thursday, and then the Chicago Cubs are coming to town beginning Friday at 7:05. Now, it's a 3-game series that wraps up on Sunday at 1:35. It's the backpack cooler, courtesy of Fonte's Plumbing, Heating, and Air. That was supposed to be Cole Hamels pitching for the Cubs, but apparently they've gone to a 6-man rotation, so now he is not scheduled to pitch on Sunday. Saw the Central Division.
They have like a big lead in the division, or
no? I mean, they have a lead. It's not a big lead. They lead the division by 4.5, as you saw.
Oh.
0-1 to Turner. Curveball.
I mean, Aaron's only given up the 2 hits and no runs, but would you say he's as sharp as he was in Washington?
Probably not as sharp.
You know, the 3-ball counts, okay, whatever.
Yeah,
but you know,
I think that's the only thing.
Yeah.
Over to third, diving stop, Cabrera. He'll go to first to get Turner and just gets him. Great decision, excellent play. 2 outs.
That is an outstanding play by Asdrubal Cabrera. You know, third base is more of a reaction position than shortstop, of course, but I mean, think about the speed of Trey Turner and the fact that he could look at second and then look back, you know, and then come back to first base. You see the hesitation, thought about second, no way to get Adam Eaton. You know, let's go to first. I thought once he looked at second and then couldn't make the force out, couldn't get the force out at second, I thought Turner was going to beat it.
I would agree.
And it wasn't even close.
Well, here's Harper. Different bat in this at bat. He has struck out twice tonight. Curveball 0-1. Fastball by Nola. It's 0-2.
They talked about how he's been pitching into Bryce with the fastball, and that one there ran away from him, and he had a nice, just a little bit of a pull-off, and that's why he missed that pitch. Now, you try that 2-seamer back in, try to start at his hip and bring it over the inside.
He's got some room on the inside, though. That scares me. Now he runs a fastball up and away. Scherzer's done. Stevenson pinch hit for him. That's what he did in the 2 starts the last week. Nola trying to get through this 6th inning with a 3-0 lead.
Freeze him in right here. I would give it a 1 shot, but if you miss, you better miss in.
Going away again, it looks like. Great 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed. He went with the curve. 7 strikeouts for Nola. No runs, no hits, one man left in scoring position. He's gotten Bryce Harper 3 times tonight. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's the Phillies 3 and the Nationals nothing. Yeah, all the Nola fans are loving what they're seeing tonight. Your local Ford store. Check out every new Ford car, truck, and SUV crossover at buyfordnow.com today. And by Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Well, it's Mummers Night here at Citizens Bank Park. Fanatic was looking forward to that dance tonight. Mummers were performing before the ball game and in between innings. 3-0 Phillies on top as we move to the bottom of the 6th.
Didn't see Jason Kelsey in the mix.
He was not down there.
Wasn't he the mummer after the
Oh, he sure
parade?
was. Dressed in green. Matt Grace will take over for the Nationals as Cabrera fouls it back. It's 0-1. Grace 1-1, an ERA of 3. By the way, Aaron Nola's ERA after that scoreless 6th inning is 2.06. Just to kind of put it in perspective of where he would sit all time for a season. I know we have a month left in the year. In a season in Phillies history. And this is going back to the 1880s. He would be 12th all time. Pete Alexander has the lowest earned run average. That was back in 1915. His ERA was 1.22. In fact, Alexander's on that list 3 times. Carlton, lefty, his 9th all time in 1972. But Aaron Nola would be right between Earl Moore and Frank Corrigan. You remember those guys, John, 1909?
Yeah, sinker slider guys. You know, they get ahead, work ahead in the count.
Spitball.
If they needed it.
1-2. They appeal, no swing. Says Chris Siegel. I mean, think about that, John. I mean, is that not incredible? I know we still have a month left in the season, but just to kind of put his year so far in perspective. Yeah,
you know, at the start of the season, you would think, wow, that would be an incredible year. But just watching him all year, how he just keeps getting better and better and better. You know, it's. You know, I'm kind of at a loss for words to describe just how great he has been this year.
Yeah, he's been, as they always say with some of the great pitchers, he's been artistic in what he's been able to do. Odubel gave the Phils a 1-0 lead with a home run in the 4th inning. inside corner, 1-2. Santana waits on deck. Phillies with 3 runs on 4 hits. The Nationals no runs on 2 hits. Sticking it out. Laying the seeds for a baseball fan.
Those are some big blue eyes, aren't they?
Sure are.
Wow.
And Odubel goes down looking. 2 outs here in the 6th. Time now for our Toyota turning point. 2 home runs tonight. Herrera and Alfaro.
Well, back-to-back games off Max Scherzer. Odubel Herrera goes deep. Both times giving the Phillies a lead and Aaron Nola a lead. There's 1-0. And then after an infield single by Scott Kingery, Jorge Alfaro with that nice, easy, compact, on-balance swing takes one to dead center, almost 420 feet. And those are our Toyota turning points of the game.
Santana shoots one the opposite way for a base hit with 2 outs. There's Alfaro and Nola.
You see where the eye black left ended up on Alfaro's shirt?
It had to, right?
Yeah.
Is he doing that?
But it looks like it's like on his chest almost. When he hit the home run, I was watching him come around third.
And a fastball to Williams. It's 0-1.
Tell you what, he keeps hitting homers. All the kids will be doing it. Turn around, Jorge. Turn around. Thank you.
There it is.
There it is.
A bouncer towards second. Defoe throws out Williams. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 man left. We'll go to the 7th. It's 3-0 Phillies on top. Time now for your Delaware Valley Honda dealers game summary. The Phillies got a home run from Odubel Herrera in the 4th inning and a 2-run shot from Alfaro in the 5th. And then it's been all Aaron Nola. Nola 7 strikeouts, scattered 2 hits over 6 innings of work. And we now begin the 7th inning, and he will face Anthony Rendon. Rendon is 1 for 2. Robbed on a very nice play by Asdrubal Cabrera in his first at bat. Change up just a bit low. 1-0.
Hey, if the score stays the same here, you know, with Aaron at 87 pitches, how hot it is, you know, you wonder if, since he's going to be hitting third in the order next inning,
they may go to the pen.
You think they? Never seen a manager stand there with his fingers in his belt loops.
Ooh. Has to run just a bit off the plate. Yeah, just a bit. Fastball fouled back toward the Hall of Fame club. And 3-2. Out to center field. Here comes Herrera. It'll drop in front of him for a hit. A leadoff single for Rendon. His first, second hit of the day, I should say. And Juan Soto's coming up. Let's check in with Greg Murphy. Murph.
All right, thank you, Tom. You want a little, well, good karma before the game. This was before the game today. A little preview of the Puppapalooza at the Pier that is taking place on Thursday night. So 4 puppies from the PSBCA on the field, getting some love from some of the players. Roman Quinn is there, Scott Kingery, Reese Hoskins. I talked to these guys. They said all those puppies are from the same litter. How about that? They are a wolf-hound mix. And Puppapalooza is at the Pier is on Thursday night at Morgan's Pier in Penn's Landing from 6 to 9. Some of the Phillies players will be guest bartending, food, drinks, some games as well. So should be a fun night, all for a very good cause, the Pennsylvania SBCA. Yes.
Yeah, I think a lot of the players are looking forward to it. I know Roman Quinn's scheduled to be there. Reese is scheduled to be there. Scott Kingery.
One of our favorite people in the world, Larry Anderson, I think is going to be there.
Larry going?
That's what he said.
Oh, all right.
But, you know, he's older. He could have misspoke.
Could forget.
Larry looks like a nice older puppy that would just, you know, you can be on a recliner watching TV, having a beer on the weekend, and he'd sit there loyally right at your. There he is. Look at him.
He is a good-looking puppy.
Don't choke yourself, Larry. It's okay. We're going to hold on and win this one. There you go.
1-2 to Soto. Victor Neris in the bullpen.
That might be your answer, huh? You think this weather's ever going to break?
No, not in the next few days. I think it will eventually, yes.
When? November?
1-2 to Soto. Curveball. Soto tried to get time, says something to Sam Holbrook. He would have been frozen.
You would think if that had been a fastball on the docket, that would have frozen.
Beautiful view from here at Citizens Bank Park. Tapped that one off his foot.
Did we do Stump the Fan?
Not yet. We're getting there, John. We're getting there.
Well, I got to come up with another name.
I'll give you some more hints as we get closer to it.
People on social media were upset that I gave away some of the answers last night early.
Gave away one. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And a strike 3 called on the inside part of the plate. That's number 8 for Aaronola. Man, did that pitch look beautiful on the inner half.
Well, it's that 2-seamer that he throws. It starts at the elbow of Juan Soto, and look at this thing, just nips that corner. I mean, you couldn't put it in a more perfect spot.
So now 1 out with a runner at first, and here is Zimmerman.
Soto's probably thinking, you know, up till now it's been pretty easy for me, but not with this guy out there.
Zimmerman last time doubled down the left field line. Curveball, 0-1. Opposite way, that's a base hit for Zimmerman. Williams trying to get to it quickly. Rendon runs well. Rendon to third. They'll hold him there. Second double for Zimmerman. And it puts runners on second and third with 1 out. All right, John, here we go. Time now for the Ram Truck Stump the Fans Trivia Quiz answer. Who are the last 2 Phillies to steal home in a game? As Gabe Kapler's coming out. Last 2 Phillies who have stolen home in a game.
Well, Cesar.
Cesar did it August 16th against the Mets.
Yeah, that was when Nick ran. And
by the way, Gabe just said, I'm just out here to give you a blow. Now, the other one happened, John, back in April against the Mets. Carlos Santana, that is correct.
Huh.
Log back on to Phillies.com to find out if you're the winner of a Phillies prize pack.
Pulled that one out of my hat. All right, let's go, Aaron.
Out of town scoreboard. Atlanta is taking a 5-2 lead on Tampa. That game's in the top of the 6th.
Tell you what, how big has Nick Markakis been for the Atlanta Braves this year?
Markakis has had a really good year. Obviously, Freddie Freeman's had a good year. Inciarte's been good.
And they moved Acuna to lead off, and he's taken off when Albies struggled. You know, now Albies is hitting, what, 6th for him now?
Yeah, Albies was had cooled off over the last couple weeks. He was hitting 163 in his last 11. One ball, no strikes to Wieters. Fouls it away, 1-1.
Oh, man. Did that ricochet and hit that?
I think it hit him in the cheek. He's okay, though.
Yeah, he
went
ran
after
it. What a tough one. Tough kid right there. All right, did it. If you can't get a strikeout, give him 1. Don't give him 2.
Phillies are conceding the 1. Ground ball to first base. Santana has it, steps on the bag, throws high to home plate. It gets away from Alfaro, and nobody's backing up, so 2 runs score. And it's a 3-2 ball game. Now it's hard to say somebody back up because that play happened so quickly.
No one could get there. No way.
And I think Alfaro hurt his hands. So 3 unassisted and an RBI for Wieters, and then the second run scores on the error by Santana.
I mean, he did everything right. It's just, you know, if you're not used to having your front foot on the base when you're throwing, it kind of lifts you up and you throw it high. Watch it. It's his front foot on the base, so he's not thrown in a normal, everyday throwing position. Your left foot's up higher, and naturally it's going to sail high when you make that throw. But golly, give him one. 3-1 now.
Well, now it's 3-2.
Yeah, but
and really the throw over the head.
You just eat it.
Yeah, throw over the head of Alfaro's head. I mean, there's nobody there to back up.
No.
And it was unfortunate that it just ran over toward the Phillies on deck circle.
Well, and if Alfaro wasn't on the ground after getting, clipped.
0-2. Mark Reynolds is out of the on deck circle to pinch hit.
I hope he leads off the next inning.
Suaro warming up at the pen for the Nats. And the 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball hit in the air, left center field. Herrera's got it lined up about a step from the track. Makes the catch. The inning is over. That's probably it for Aaron Nola. Another spectacular outing for Aaron. 2 runs, 1 earned over 7 innings of work. We'll head to the bottom of the 7th. 3-2 Phillies on top. In the month of August, the Phillies will make a contribution to the Help Our Kids Radiothon, benefiting Nemours Alfred I. DuPont Hospital for Children. To find out more, visit nemours.org/radiothon. Last of the 7th inning. Aaron Nola in the dugout, talking things over with Michael Franco. Rick Kranitz comes over as well. 7 innings today. 2 runs, 1 earned, 2 walks, and 8 strikeouts. Man, he's so good. He's so good. And Grace will continue for the Nats here in the 7th. And Scott Kingery leads it off. And he starts him off with a pitch on the inner half. One ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, let's get some back.
Two and 2. It'll be Kingery, Alfaro, and then the pitcher's spot. Tommy Hunter loosening up in the pen to pitch the 8th inning. Got a good one going on in Chicago. Cole Hamels against Jacob deGrom. That's scoreless in the 5th inning. Mets, though, are threatening in the top of the 5th inning. Alfaro on deck. 2-2. Into the air down the right field line. Slicing toward the seats. Eaton is over. Climbing up, and he missed it. It was a heck of an effort.
Did he have to jump?
I don't know if he did. The ball came back so much.
Yeah. I mean, you got to commend the effort, but
probably jumped in the wrong spot.
Got a bad read all around on that one, Tom. Tell you what, though, if you're a pitcher, you love the effort by Adam Eaton right there.
Swing and a miss. That's 3 strikeouts for Grace in an inning and a third. And now Alfaro's coming up. Thursday, tune into NBC Sports Philadelphia before and after the Eagles' final preseason game versus the Jets. Who needs to play well to make the team? Ray Dittinger and the gang will let you know. Bookend your birds with the best analysts in Philly all season long on Eagles pregame and postgame live. Alfaro had the 2-run home run in his last at bat. Jose Bautista out of the on-deck circle to pitch hit.
Little lint stuck in the pine tar.
That happens.
Oh, I used to hate when grass or something would. Oh my gosh.
You neat freak, you.
I had some issues, and that was one of them.
Stuff in your pine tar?
I couldn't take it. I couldn't.
Fanatic wanted that foul ball from that gentleman. Took some effort. Security. Alfaro hits it sharply off the mound and right at Turner. 2 outs, and Bautista is coming up. That's a nice welcome.
Just think, a couple weeks ago, they were booing him.
Yes, sir. Forgive and forget.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, Dave Martinez is out to the mound. And he's going to bring in a right-hander. It is Wander Suaro and his cutter to face Jose Bautista. Oh, pitching change here in the bottom of the 7th. We'll be back after this. Perfect time to reserve your seats for the 2019 season. Be the first in line to secure a 2019 season ticket plan for new accounts only. For more information, go to Phillies.com/ST deposit or call 215-463-5000. Well, it's Jimmy Cordero that comes in for the Nationals. 3.18 ERA for a Phil. And here is Bautista with 2 outs, and he takes a strike, 0-1. Cordero, a little different pitcher than Wander Suaro, who had been warming up. Oh, and 2. Three infielders on the left side.
Poor Ryan Zimmerman.
All by himself.
All by his lonesome.
Swing and a miss. He got him with a breaking ball. And the Phillies go down in order in their half of the 7th inning. So we've completed 7. We'll go to the 8th. Aaron Nola's night is done. It's up to the bullpen now. Your Delaware Valley Honda dealers. Hurry to your local Del Val Honda dealer. Visit DelValHondaDealers.com. And by Jefferson Health. Call 800-JEF now or visit jeffersonhealth.org. Phillies lead it 3-2 as we move to the top of the 8th inning. Time now for a Hyundai defensive play of the game.
Well, it started off early in the game, second inning. Anthony Rendon leading off the second. Swinging bunt. Look at Asdrubal Cabrera come in and make that unbelievable play. And they tried to test him in the first inning with Adam Eaton trying to bunt, but solid play by Cabrera and Santana. And that's our defensive play of the game, brought to you by your local Hyundai dealers.
Tommy Hunter is the new pitcher for the Phils. Hunter a 3.83 ERA. And he will face Mark Reynolds, the pinch hitter, to begin the top of the 8th inning in a 3-2 Phillies lead. Aaron Nola, 7 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, 2 walks, 8 strikeouts. Beautiful performance again. Reynolds 5 for 20 as a pinch hitter.
I think this would be a tough matchup for Mark Reynolds with that cutter from Tommy Hunter. If he executes the pitches. I don't want to jinx anything, Tom.
Strike 3
there
call.
You go.
1 out here in the 8th inning. That'll bring Adam Eaton up. Let's check in with Greg Murphy with the Major League Notebook. Murph.
All right, thanks, Tom. Brought to you by the University of Maryland, University College, and the St. Louis Cardinals have made it official, removing the interim tag from Mike Schilt's title. He is now the permanent manager there in St. Louis. He got an extension through 2020. Schilt replaced Mike Matheny about a month and a half ago. They went 26-12 since then. That is the best record in baseball, and we've got some arguments going on out there on the field.
Mark Reynolds wasn't happy, Murph, about that strike 3 call. Oh, he can't do that. Through his batting glove, and he's going to throw another one. That's going to be a fine and a suspension for Mark Reynolds. Well, here's the strikeout. Very close. 2 strikes. Reynolds went back to the dugout, through the helmet softly. He comes on back.
Wow, that was quick,
Sure
wasn't
was.
it? Wow. I mean, he turned around and said 2 words. It must have been the magic ones.
Well, Sam Holbrook wasn't taking it. 0-1 to Eaton is fouled away down the left field line. Murph, finish up the Major League Notebook, my man.
Well, in tomorrow's Major League Notebook, the suspension to Mark Reynolds, but we'll talk about that tomorrow. Tonight, we're talking about Oakland. They got some bad news. Yesterday, Sean Manaea on the shelf. He is out indefinitely with that shoulder tendonitis. And today, Brett Anderson, another one of their starters, has headed to the disabled list as well. He has a bad forearm. No word yet on how long he will be out. But, you know, the A's have been one of the best stories in all of baseball. They're 2.5 games back behind the Astros in their division. They're 4.5 games back at the wild card in the American League, and they have been playing at a torrid pace, but it's going to be pretty tough to keep that up with 2 of their starters on the shelf.
Yeah, big time. 0-2 to Eaton. Popped up over toward third, foul territory. Alfaro runs it down for the second out. And now 2 outs for Trey Turner.
I know they've scored 3 runs off Scherzer, but doesn't it seem like they're playing with a little bit of urgency, like a sense of urgency today?
Yeah.
I know Santana made the error, and look, we're going to make errors. Everybody understands that. You'd like to see a clean September, but who knows? But it just seems like there's a different adrenaline for the team today. Like they're more. Yesterday was just kind of like blah.
Yeah, one thing about this coaching staff is that they are constantly talking to these players and, you know, refocusing after Strasburg's outing last night. 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes to Trey Turner. Broke his bat and remains 0-2. That a baby.
I'd like to know what he said right there. I seem to be getting a kick out of it.
Maybe he had it all the way. On the outside corner and a called 3rd strike. It's the 2nd strikeout looking for Tommy Hunter here in the 8th inning. It's a 1-2-3 8th inning for Tommy Hunter. He had some nice movement, some good command in this inning. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th. The Phils hanging on to a 1-run lead. The 23rd to the 27th of 2019. There are 3 different experiences to choose from: the fan experience, the player experience, or the general manager. Located at the Carpenter Complex in Clearwater, Florida, you can join Phil's greats like Crucker, Greg Lazinski, Matt Stairs, Charlie Manuel, Mickey Morandini, and many more. For more info, call 610-520-3400. Bottom of the 8th inning, Coda Glover will take over for the Nats after Cordero goes the 3rd of an inning. Cesar hits it foul down the left field line. Curveball 0-2.
Tommy coming back out for the 9th, or
well, Neshek was
Neshek warming.
Swing and a miss. Well, the Nats bullpen has come out picking up 1 strikeout after another. That's 5 strikeouts for the Nats bullpen in relief of Scherzer, who had 5 strikeouts.
What would you rather see pitching to Harper in the ninth? A power like Tommy or Sir Anthony? Or a
Boy, that's a good
more
question.
of a finesse pitcher like Neshek?
That's a good question. Tommy looked really good.
I know he did.
Threw 11 pitches, all 11 were strikes.
It'd be nice to get an insurance run, though.
Statcast AI powered by AWS. So the shift by the Nats.
Kind of not really much of a shift, is it? Just
a couple steps over.
normal shade to pull. Didn't he hit a ball right past Max Scherzer and Defoe was standing right there behind over the base?
Yeah.
But it's that same ball. It's a base hit, right?
I would think so, yes. Because Defoe would have to leave his feet to get it. That one's hit well out to left center field. Harper's going back and he'll get to it. Ball looked like it almost died, John, as it was going out that way.
Yeah, it kind of lost some carry there.
Yeah.
But Harper made a good route to that ball, though. I mean, that was well run by him. And you know, you hear all these rumors that some say he might be playing center field next year for the New York Yankees. Oh, that outfield look. He'd be tiny.
He would be tiny.
And he's a pretty large man.
One ball, no strikes to Cabrera.
Well, I guess we got our answer, Tom.
Neshek now warming up again.
Well, I tell you, with that Struble Cabrera, I mean, they are just trying to live with that slider in on him. And he has chased it.
Lays off that time. It didn't go all the way in. 2-1. Over to first base. That's a foul ball. Inside, ball 4. Cabrera walks with 2 outs. And Odubel Herrera is coming up.
Who do you think he was talking to there when he was walking up?
Odubel?
Yeah.
I honestly don't know. Unless he was talking to somebody that yelled something behind him.
Maybe.
I don't know. He homered back in the 4th against Max Scherzer. Gave the Phils a 1-0 lead. Curveball high, and it's 1-0. Max Scherzer went 5 innings tonight. Aaron Nola went 7 innings tonight. Scherzer allowed 3 runs. Aaron Nola allowed 1 earned run. Nola's ERA is 2.10. Scherzer's is up to 2.22. That one's out toward left center field. Soto on the run, and he'll get there. Now that wraps up the 8th inning. No runs, no hits, and 1 man left. We go to the 9th inning. The Phils lead it by 1. Bryce Harper will lead it off when we come back. Miles per hour or more. Comcast will make a contribution to Phillies charities. Phillies baseball is brought to you by Xfinity, the fastest internet in Philadelphia. Roman Quinn will take over in left field for the Phillies for Rhys Hoskins. And Tommy Hunter stays in as we begin the 9th inning. He faces Bryce Harper. Hunter threw 11 pitches, 11 strikes in the 8th inning. And the first pitch to Harper is a 97-mile-an-hour fastball. It's 0-1.
Tell you what, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Tommy Hunter, like you said, 8th inning, right on point. And I personally feel, and I love what they're doing, what Gabe's doing. I think you have to have power with Bryce.
That one was just wide, 1-1.
I think Chris Young liked that one. Multiple shakes of the head.
Wow. 2-1. Just a little off. Could have gone the other way. Cutter in, 3-1. Rendon's on deck.
Now you got to be careful. You know, you hate to walk the leadoff hitter, but you hate to throw a cookie out over the plate and let him tie this thing up.
Outside ball four. Awfully close on a few of those pitches. Looks like Gabe Kapler's coming up with Rendon due up. And he's going to bring in Pat Neshek. So the tying runs at first. Neshek is waiting for the signal from Gabe, and he got it. So Tommy Hunter will leave with a run at first base. We'll be back with a pitching change right after this. Corey Seidman standing by on Cure Auto Insurance presents Phillies postgame live. They'll talk about the outing by Aaron Nola tonight, the home runs by Herrera and Alfaro, and hopefully get a chance to talk about a Phillies victory. The Phillies lead it 3-2 here in the top of the ninth inning with nobody out and a runner at first base. Neshek's numbers, a 1.06 ERA.
4 for 4 in save opportunities. Let's make that 5 for 5.
Let's see what Rendon's numbers are against Neshek. So what you thought was what Gabe thought too. Power on power with Harper. And now you come in with a little different look for Rendon and Soto and Zimmerman if we get there.
Yeah, and with all the movement with Neshek's pitches, you're hoping to get a grounder if they swing.
No balls and 2 strikes. Harper leads off first.
That sounded a lot harder than 82, didn't it?
Yeah, it did have a crisp sound in the mitt. Quinn's going back. That's a 2-run home run to give the Nationals a 4-3 lead here in the top of the ninth inning. Anthony Rendon has just hit his 17th home run.
As soon as he threw it, Neshek knew it. I mean, as soon as it left the batter in dome, Neshek just put his head down with a hanging slider, and man, he did not miss that one bit. Golly.
All right, so now Juan Soto's the batter. And he takes off the plate, 1-0.
Now here's where you got to focus and get back on track here. It's a 1-run game. You know, there's no outs. You got, you know, Pat has to make sure that he gets through this inning without giving up any more.
Justin Miller in the bullpen. He closed out last night's game. Ball's popped up back at third. Cabrera. One out here in the ninth inning.
Well, here's one of the things when you take Reese out for defense. Robin Quinn has been hot, but Reese can tie or win this game with one swing if we keep it right here.
That's always a tough decision. I think it was tough when Charlie used to do it with Burrow.
Yep.
They put Eric Bruntlett out in left field.
Well, I know when I played in the playoffs when they did it with Dave Hollins, and taking him out for defense late in the game. And
oh, and 2. Popped him up, Santana, and that one's going to be back into the seats. It remains no balls and 2 strikes. Here in the top of the ninth inning, the Nationals have just scored 2 on a home run by Anthony Rendon.
Tell you what, I'm really not liking that 5 weeks of fury that Dave Martinez brought up with his team.
Well, 2 days of it has really been driving us crazy. Two balls, 2 strikes. Opposite way, a bullet. Williams is back. It's over his head and off the top of the fence. Ryan Zimmerman on his way to second. The throw is a little offline. He's out at second base. If it stands, it's the 5th outfield assist of the season for Williams. The Nats are taking a look at it underneath.
Zimmerman just showed Kinger. He said he tagged me up on my elbow. He's safe. Yeah, and he tagged him up on the elbow. I've got a feeling they're going to look at this one. Yeah.
They will take a peek.
Great play by Nick, though, huh?
Yeah. If Zimmerman is safe at second, that would be his 3rd double of the night.
I think they're going to change it. And, it's interesting in the way they... if you watch from home plate where our vantage point is, the second base umpire had to go out to see if it was a home run. So Jim Wolf, the third base umpire, had to come over and make the call. One was calling him out. The other called safe because he said safe, that means no home run. So they had 2 different calls at the same time. Which, little things like that interest me, Tom.
It's cool, though, to watch the rotation sometimes of the umpires and what their responsibilities are.
Tell you what, look at those arms on Jim Wolf. My goodness gracious.
You think you'd win an arm wrestling competition with him?
Well, not with Gabe, but Yeah, no reaction from the fans either when they show the replays up on the board. I think this one could get overturned. Now watch. He's safe. He's calling him safe, and then Jim Wolf out.
Well, the home plate umpire Sam Holbrook just ruled safe. So Ryan Zimmerman with his third double of the ball game. And Matt Wieters is the hitter.
Maybe he'll be too tired to play tomorrow. Well, I said it too. You know, you got to keep it at 1, and Hector's coming in for Neshek, and we'll have a little break, won't we, Tom?
Yeah, Gabe Kapler's made the signal to the pen, so another right-hander coming in, the third righty of the inning for the Phils, as Hector Neris will take over. One more warm-up toss for him. So 1 out, top of the 9th inning. Nationals have scored 2. They're up by 1. We'll be back right after this. With 1 out. Time now for a W.B. Mason delivery of the game. It's Anthony Rendon in this inning.
Yeah, the slider that just didn't have that bite down in a way that Neshek wanted. It hung middle in, and yeah, Anthony Rendon is a really accomplished hitter, and that's sadly for us, that's our delivery of the game, brought to you by W.B. Mason. But we might have one in store for ourselves.
That's right. Well, there's Hector's numbers. A 5.65 ERA, 56 strikeouts this year, but really has been a new man since he's come back. Matt Wieters, the hitter. Wieters had an RBI in his last step out and a ground out. It is 0 for 3. Ryan Zimmerman is at second base with his third double of the night. That matches a Expos Nationals franchise record for doubles in a game. 0-2 to Wieters. Throw it again.
Absolutely. Well, and speaking of Zimmerman, let's hope he has a chance to break that record.
Just not in this inning.
Well, if he hits in this inning, we hope he breaks it just for the heck of it, because we're going to be down by a ton. But if he gets another at bat, that means we've tied the game.
Wieters fouls it off over the third base dugout. Get some better news down in Atlanta. Tampa has tied it up 5-5 in the top of the 8th inning. They still have a couple base runners on.
The National League East are leaking oil coming in, aren't they?
A little bit. A little bit.
Whew.
Zimmerman's going to go. Pitch is high. Throw to third is into left field. Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. Roman Quinn's throw to the plate gets away from Alfaro. That is the second error of the night for the Phillies. Second time it's led to a run. Stolen base, E2. 5-3 Washington.
He got a running lead. He did off of Hector. Wasn't paying attention to him, and a good throw gets him though.
Yes.
I think though where Cabrera was playing with Wieters hitting,
He's a moving target.
yeah, and I think if you're going to shift that much, you might want to bring Tom Brady or Joe Montana in, or Carson Wentz, to teach the catchers how to hit moving targets. I don't think, even if Cabrera catches, I don't think he can make a tag because of how his body was.
Swing and a miss by Wieters. He strikes out. 2 outs. And Defoe's coming up.
Michael Taylor, what?
Taylor's in the on-deck circle.
Where's Deep? Oh, there he is. Oh my gosh, I've lost my mind. He got up there quick, didn't he?
He wants to hit, John.
I guess he does.
Gabe said after the game last night, and I think every manager would echo this, with his Nationals lineup, and I don't know if there's a lineup around baseball that you can give extra outs to in this day and age, but this one in particular, you just can't give them extra outs or extra opportunities. 1 ball, 1 strike to Defoe, who is 0 for 3. Rendon's 2-run home run erased the deficit, gave the Nats a lead. Oh, Pat Neshek in this inning. And then the Nationals added another one. Phillies have 2 errors tonight. They have 102 on the year, which, depending on what's going on in the Cardinals game, would be tied for first. That's foul.
Yeah, the Cardinals made a couple last night to pass us up.
Yep.
We made a couple tonight that perhaps we caught them.
Popped him up. Cesar puts it away. The inning is over. 3 runs score, 2 earned, 1 unearned, and the Nationals have the lead. We'll come back with the bottom of the 9th inning right after this. as they will send Carlos Santana to the plate against Justin Miller. There are some changes defensively for the Nationals. Michael Taylor will take over in center field for Bryce Harper. That's interesting.
Bryce couldn't have hurt himself on that home run by Rendon, could he?
I can't imagine that he did. Yeah, I don't know. All right, first up is Carlos Santana. You got to get a base runner to bring the tying run to the plate if you're the Phillies. That's because Ryan Zimmerman, after his double, stole third and scored on an error by Jorge Alfaro.
3 doubles and a stolen base. I hope he gets a day off tomorrow.
Santana leads it off. You surprised the Nats don't use Matson as the closer now that Herrera's hurt?
That's what I thought last night, but then they brought him in what, in the 7th, and Reese hits a homer off of him, or 8th?
8th, yeah. Topper, and it's 1-1. Ryan Matson, there's a report that he was put on waivers by the Nats.
Don't most of the players go on waivers?
I would think so, yeah.
And then if someone claims you, they pull you back if they want to keep you.
Yeah, or if you want to trade them.
Or, I mean, that's how we got Jose Bautista, right?
Mm-hmm. 2-1.
Got to make him work. Make him throw strikes. How did the 9th inning start out for the Nationals?
Leadoff walk.
Leadoff walk.
And a line drive, 1 hopper, picked up by Defoe, 1 out. Santana hit it hard and hit it right at the second baseman. And now Nick Williams. Out toward left field. That's pretty well hit. Soto going back. Got turned around. It's over his head and off the base of the wall.
Stay there, Nick.
Williams at second base.
Please.
Taylor backs it up. And the tying run is coming to the plate. Wilson Ramos is going to pinch hit.
He has been swinging a good bat, that's for sure. That right center field fence is a good aiming point for him right now.
Way outside. Remember, last night was only Miller's second career save. That guy's got a lot more than 2 career saves, Greg Hollins. One ball, no strikes to Ramos. Opposite way, down the right field line toward the pole, and it is foul. So everybody like a domino effect getting up in the dugout, the Phillies dugout, trying to take a peek at that.
Man, I thought we had one there. I think Wieters went out and told him, look, he loves everything out over the plate. Let's try to get in here. Thing is, if you don't get it in far enough, he can still hit it out the right center.
One and two to Ramos with a runner at second base.
No way. No way.
How did he hang on to that?
I thought he was going over.
I thought he was going to break his arm.
Oh, that's
awesome. Very cool. Watch what happens here. Oh, he pinned it.
Still give him a thumbs up for that one.
The ball was scorched. And now the 1-2 pitch to Ramos.
So what we got? What we got left? Franco.
Maikel Franco.
And that's it.
That's it.
So if Ramos gets on, we don't have a pinch runner for
him.
Got
a pitcher, I would think, run.
Eflin maybe, or Vince.
Probably Vince. Opposite way again, foul.
Well, this is a pretty good battle. Wouldn't you think at some point Miller would throw something else, like an off-speed pitch or something?
Yeah, I mean, he's got one to work with still. It's 2-2. And he does, down the right field line, toward the corner. Eaton's on the run. It is a fair ball that kicks around in the corner. Ramos going to second, and he is safe! A run scores! It's a one-run game! Man, he's like the big engine that could. And here comes Velasquez.
Yeah, just as we thought. What a great at bat though by Wilson Ramos. You know, that's what experience can bring to you to the table. He kept battling, fouling pitches off, and I think he finally got a breaking ball. After all those fastballs, he throws a breaking ball, and he just kept it fair. Look how close that is, right on the
really
right
close.
line.
And that's what the Nats were looking at. Dave Martinez is coming out.
That's a heck of an at-bat right there.
Yeah, they're going to bring in Hollins to face Alfaro. So a pitching change for the Nationals. The Phillies have made it a one-run game with the tying run at second. We'll be back after this. The Braves have taken a 3-run lead over the Tampa Bay Rays. It's 5-4 Nationals on top, bottom of the 9th inning. A runner at second, that's Vince Velasquez after Ramos's double. This is Maikel Franco during the break talking to Jorge Alfaro. Some pretty emphatic words from Maikel. With Greg Holland coming into the game. Holland in his 44th ball game. That's between the Cardinals and the Nationals.
Yeah, here's where Vince has to be aware of a wild pitch, because Holland throws that split. He will bounce it. But I hope Maikel was telling him, look, you don't need to swing hard.
Just like the home run swing.
Stay within yourself. Stay on balance. Got our last position player available in the on-deck circle.
Yeah, Maikel Franco.
One of our best hitting pitchers is being used to pinch run. This game goes extras.
Fly ball center field. Taylor has it lined up. Velasquez tagging at second. Ooh, he left early, I think.
Yeah, I think he did.
Throw to third is cut
Zimmerman's
off.
pointing immediately. Zimmerman is pointing immediately to second base. Yeah.
They throw to second, and Velasquez did indeed leave early, and the ball game.
You know they're going to look at it, right?
Yeah, I think they will. They're looking into the Phillies dugout. Gabe Kapler's coming over to look at Sam Holbrook. They're going to take a peek at it. It's what you run into. I mean, you do. Listen, Velasquez is very fast. You had to put him in there for Ramos. But sometimes, you know, pitchers don't have the experience of everybody else, and they may make mistakes from time to time. It was awfully close. We got it lined up perfectly.
Oh.
Yeah, he was off.
He was off. Golly. Well, that's the thing with having, you know, and every team does. It's not the Phillies, but having so many bullpen guys that you're limited with bench guys.
Yeah, no, every team does it. You're right, John. And believe me, pitchers do that. I mean, they're quicker than the hitter, obviously, but they haven't done it that much, and sometimes that happens. They're trying to do everything they can to get the extra base. So Sam Holbrook is to the left. Alfonso Marquez is to the right. The call at second was that he left early. We have it all lined up. And you see his foot's off the bag as Taylor made the catch. And they're doing the same thing up in New York. They're marking it so they line up perfectly, which they can do with the numbers on the video. And I'm sure they're going awfully slow to see when the ball arrived in his glove and when the foot came off the bag.
You know, Ryan Zimmerman immediately, as soon as Vince left, he was pointing.
Well, and you and I both saw it.
Yeah.
They are taking a long time at this one, as you would imagine. Nationals, the entire team that was on the field is circled around the mound, and here we go. And he is out. And the ball game is over. The Nationals have won it 5-4 as they come from behind to win it. And right now the Phillies find themselves 4 games out in the East and potentially 4.5 games out in the East, while the Nationals are 7.5 out. Potentially they'll be 8 games out. Anthony Rendon is our Chevrolet player of the game. 2 singles, a home run, 2 runs scored, an 8-game hitting streak. And Washington has taken the first 2 games of this series. 5-4 the final score. The Nationals have defeated the Phillies. We'll be back to Citizens Bank Park to wrap it up right after this.